Dear Addict, written by Sister Diane Maddox, narrated by Sister Natalie Shaver. Dear Addict, I'm sorry that I judged you so harshly. I'm sorry that I thought, just stop. I'm sorry that I considered myself stronger than you. I'm sorry that I didn't understand the power that things can have over us. I see you looking at me, wondering how I could ever understand what you've been through or are going through. You're probably thinking, look at your perfect life. You're clueless what it's like to be me. Oh no, addict, you're very wrong. I know firsthand what it's like to be addicted to something. I became very dependent on a prescription medication I had been taking for a few years. When it was finally time for me to stop taking it, it was a slow process and it was not easy. I experienced many of the symptoms that a drug addict may have, including night sweats and hallucinations. I only got through it by the grace of God. I was scared, and when I was at my weakest moments, I would pray, and God would always come to my rescue. You too can be rescued. If people knew that I struggle with an addiction, they would be shocked, you think to yourself. Does your life look as perfect as mine might appear? My guess is, if you're reading this, that you're not out on a street corner making a drug deal. Maybe what you are addicted to is perfectly legal, like my medication was. Maybe you're not addicted to drugs or alcohol. Maybe your addiction is to someone who is toxic to you. Maybe your addiction is porn. Maybe your addiction is to social media. Maybe you're addicted to plastic surgery, or shopping, or food. No matter the addiction, God is the answer. When you think about your addiction, do you sometimes feel too weak to pray? That's just one more reason why God gave us our church family. Follow the advice that James the Apostle gave us in the 5th chapter of James. Confess your faults one to another, and pray one for another, that ye may be healed. It's hard to carry your burden alone. Make your way up to the chair that is waiting for all of us who need to be anointed. In Hebrews 4:16 we read, "Let us therefore come boldly unto the throne of grace, that we may obtain mercy and find grace to help in time of need." We all find ourselves in need of that chair at times. None of us has this life completely figured out. If we did, we wouldn't need God. The person in the next pew may not share your addiction, or they may not be addicted to anything. But it's pretty safe to say they are not perfect. As the scripture says in Mosiah 2:21, "If ye should serve him with all your whole souls, yet ye would be unprofitable servants." We all tie for last, but the good news is that it also says in Mosiah 2:24, "Ye should do as he hath commanded you, for which if we do, he doth immediately bless you. Not in a while, but immediately." So take heart, my addicted friend. Don't give up. There's hope for you. That hope is called Jesus. Let this be the day you look to him and say, "Jesus, this is yours." In the 5th chapter of 1 Peter, we read, "Humble yourselves, therefore, under the mighty hand of God, that he may exalt you in due time, casting all your care upon him, for he careth for you." I don't mean to sound trite and say, just give it to God, it's easy. It's not easy. It takes grit and determination to overcome your addiction. But with God's help, it can be done. You are not a lost cause. With God's help, you can quiet those voices in your head. Always remember that you are a child of the one true King. And with all your faults and imperfections, that King loves you. Much love, a recovering addict. P.S. Listen to this song and know you're not alone.